Hello guys, and welcome back to another one of my educational videos. So, two things have been requested of me. The first is mitosis and meiosis, which I'll be going over today, and the other is osmosis and water transport in plants, which I'll be going over on another day. So today we're covering mitosis and meiosis. So, the first thing you need to ask yourself when knowing the process of mitosis and meiosis is what exactly is mitosis and meiosis? So, mitosis and meiosis is effectively cells, or DNA in cells, cloning themselves to make a new cell. So I'll write that down for you. So mitosis and meiosis is cells cloning themselves, I apologise for spelling, themselves to make an identical cell. So effectively, it's copying itself to make another cell. Again, I apologise for the handwriting also. But as I say, I'll read you what it says there. Cells cloning themselves to make an identical cell. Okay? So, mitosis and meiosis are different processes, though they are similar. So I'm going to go on and explain the easier one first, which is mitosis. So, what is mitosis? Well, mitosis is when a cell copies itself exactly, so it produces the exact same cell. Unlike meiosis, which produces something slightly different, I'll explain to you later, mitosis produces the exact same cell. Okay? And also, mitosis happens across all of the body, okay? And a way you can remember this process, the way you can remember that it happens all over the body, is by using the fact that it says mitosis. So the toe bit's important here. If you remember the use of toe in mitosis, obviously it's not spelt like that, but a toe is obviously a part of the body, and that will help you remember that it's all over the body. Okay? So, now to explain the actual process of mitosis and what happens. In mitosis, you will have one cell here with a nucleus in it. Here, okay? Obviously, this is not to exact representation, etc, etc. Okay? And this nucleus will have two sets of chromosomes represented by my S's, okay? So these two are one set, and these two here are another set, okay? And that accounts to altogether 46 chromosomes. Each set includes 23. Okay? Now, mitosis is very simple. What will happen is these chromosomes will copy themselves within the nucleus, okay? So within the nucleus, instead of having 4 of these little S's, you'll have another 4, and you'll have 8 altogether. So it copies itself. Copies chromosomes. Again, I apologise for the handwriting, but I'm sorry for that. My handwriting is particularly awful. So, once these chromosomes have been copied here, all that will then happen is this entire cell here, including the nucleus, will split just once. So it splits once. And each split will get the exact same contents as the other. It will be split evenly. So this will receive 2 sets, and this will receive 2 sets. And that is mitosis. So, let's just go through that again. You have your normal 2 sets of chromosomes, each with 23 chromosomes in it. Those will then copy themselves or clone themselves to make another 2 sets. Then the cell will split and each will get 2 sets. That's your mitosis. Mitosis. Mitosis is slightly different because mitosis only occurs in gamete cells. Now you may ask yourself, what is a gamete cell? Well, a gamete cell is effectively a sex cell. So you've got your sperm and your egg. They're gamete cells, okay? And gamete cells only have one pair of chromosomes. So they only have 23. Unlike your normal cell, which will have 46, okay? So, here we have our cell here. So it will begin in the same way. With meiosis, your chromosomes will copy themselves. I'll just represent this as the nucleus now. I'm not going to bother drawing the cell. So they'll copy themselves here. And you'll have copies as you did in mitosis. But here's the difference. What's different is these I apologise for that. These chromosomes will then line up in neatly like this, and they cross over in X's. Okay? And there you'll have, this represents 23 chromosomes. So you'll have 23 and 23 here to make your normal, so this here would be the normal amount you'd have in a normal nucleus, okay? Now you may be thinking, well, it's got a lot of chromosomes. Why is it doing this? Surely it should have less. Well, this time split 4 times, or twice, sorry, I apologise. It will split twice to make 4 cells, or 4 different nucleuses, okay? And each of these will have 23 chromosomes. Okay? Now, this 23 chromosome will contain one little strand of chromosome from this top section and one from this bottom section. So I'll just write that down for you. One from top pair, and then one from bottom pair. Now this bit here may be very difficult to actually remember. I can understand, you may be listening to me and I can't explain it in any other simpler way. So my suggestion to you is just to keep going over this little bit of meiosis here, because meiosis is one of the most difficult ones to remember and get your head round. Okay, so I'm just going to, again, as I usually do, explain each process in a nice simple flow diagram. You can't see what this says, I'll read it out to you. So you start with your 46 chromosomes for mitosis. These 46 chromosomes will then duplicate themselves. Once they are duplicated, the cell will then split and you'll have 2 identical, what they're known as diploid cells. Okay, now let me just quickly explain what a diploid cell is, just so you're aware. So you have 2 types of cells. You have a diploid and a haploid. Okay, I'm sorry about the spelling there, let me just correct that. Haploid is spelt like this, okay? You have a diploid and a haploid. Now a diploid has 46 chromosomes,
and a haploid has 23.
Now, although you don't have to include these words in your explanation for mitosis and meiosis, it will get you more marks if you do so. So mitosis produces a diploid cell because each one ends up with 46 because it only splits once, okay? Only splits once, right? Meiosis, on the other hand, produces a haploid cell because it splits twice, remember? Although it starts with the same amount, once they've duplicated, it will split twice this time, and therefore will have less. So let's just do a flow diagram for meiosis. For meiosis, you start with 46 chromosomes. The chromosomes then clone themselves. It says themselves, I apologise for that. So the chromosomes then clone themselves. Then, after that, they'll line up, okay, into two pairs. Remember, you have one on the top, one on the bottom. And then it splits twice. Okay, it splits twice. And each cell gets 23. Because remember, you've started with, let me just get my maths right here. You've started with 92, and if you split 92 4 times, you divide it by 4, that gets you 23, okay? And remember, each of the split cells has one chromosome from each of the pairs from when they lined up. Okay, thank you for listening. I know this is a very complicated process, so please apologise if I haven't quite managed to teach you at this time. I've tried my best, but hopefully I've helped you understand it a bit better. Any questions or queries, please put them below. And as I said, my next video will be on osmosis and water transport has been requested, but I'm free to do any other ones that you comment, and I will make sure I do those as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.